to Recently Seen Reading. I'm Heather, and today before I dive into my work week, I thought I'd film a TBR for Gone with a Book, a read-along hosted by Mel's Bookland Adventure, featuring mid-century writers, so writers who published between 1900 and 1950. I thought this is a great read-along for me to try, and really appreciate that it's spread across 3 months. It makes it possible to fit it into an already busy reading plan. I think that's a great idea. So I thought I would pick 3 books, 2 of which are from authors I really enjoy a great deal, and one I haven't read yet. These are all books that are sitting on my shelf, so it doesn't mean more runs to the library for me. So the first one I'm going to tackle at the end of September is Rose Macaulay's World My Wilderness. The glare on this is probably pretty bad. I've had this book on my shelves for a little more than a decade. It's a 1950s printing, so it's not a first edition. It's probably a book club printing of the book, and it's the story of Barbary, a young woman who moves from France and her mother back to her father's home in London. I think this will be great. It's got a lot of the common elements of Macaulay's novels, young, slightly wild, for the times, adolescence. So I'm really looking forward to this one. I've dipped into it already, and it's great. The second one I thought I would pick up is this one, Sylvia Townsend Warner's The Corner That Held Him. Now, I read this one, maybe 20 years ago, and I thought it was time for a reread because Townsend Warner is one of my favorite writers. This is a story of essentially a nunnery in the Middle Ages and all of the things that do and don't happen in the nunnery. It's from 1948, so I thought I'd give that a reread. And finally, a novel that's pretty obscure and one I haven't read yet by Frances Marion Bain? No idea how to pronounce her family name. This one, Alita Day. This is a Canadian novel. It features, I think it's mostly a bildungsroman, so the story of a young woman as she moves from the family farm through a political awakening, through conflict around her politics as she comes into womanhood. So I think that will be interesting. This is pretty obscure. I picked it up because I'm interested in the history of Canadian communism. Yeah, an obscure thing to be interested in. So I think I'll tackle that one probably in November. If those turn out to be books that I don't want to finish, or if I, by some miracle, finish more, I thought I might tackle another Stevie Smith. This one's Over the Border. It's a pre-war novel, so set in 1938. I like Stevie Smith's novels. They're got a nice little sarcastic tone to them, which I enjoy. And then 2 more if I finish. The others, this one, Wars That I Have Seen, from Gertrude Stein. This is a 1943 memoir. My copy is published in 1943 and has wartime paper in it. This is her memoir of being in occupied France. I don't know that I'll get through this one, but I thought I'd give it a go. The lack of commas on the page might prove a challenge. So the last one I'm going to add to my possible TBR pile will be this one, Strange Fruit by Lillian Smith, who was an American writer. This one tackles the challenges of interracial relationships and marriages in pre-civil rights era United States. So this one, again, is another mid-war publication with kind of World War II type paper in it, so I think this one might be a little challenging for my eyes to read, but I've had this one on my shelf for quite a while, so I thought I'd give that a crack too. It's kind of I think it's probably a little bit of an overly ambitious TBR for Gone with the Book, but I should be able to manage at least 3 of these spread over 3 months. I hope you have a fabulous reading week, and maybe I'll see you later. Bye-bye.